You've gone through the interview process and the time has arrived. You get your offer letter and your future employer asks you, when can you start? Now, I recently posted a video about giving 2 weeks notice. So if you haven't watched that, please check that out next. But the long and short of it is, yes, you should give at least 2 weeks notice, which means that you should at least say you can start in 2 weeks. However, if you have some flexibility, I have some other suggestions for you. In addition to providing free tips on interviewing and career guidance, I also offer one-on-one individualized coaching to help you feel more confident, comfortable, and supported through the job search process. Whether you're just getting started and you need help refining your focus, or updating your resume and application materials, or you're nearing the end and you need help with interview preparation and salary negotiation, I'm here to support you every step of the way. So if you're looking for more customized, individualized coaching on any of these topics, please reach out to me today. I have limited slots available each week, and my slots do fill up quickly. So if this is something you're looking for, I've linked to my email as well as my website in the description box below, and you can contact me to schedule a session today. So, when can you start? This could be a somewhat complicated question. Now, it might be as simple as saying 2 weeks from X date. That gives you the ability to give your current employer 2 weeks notice and demonstrates the responsibility and loyalty that you have to the work that you do. This leaves a positive impression with your future employer. And at the same time, I am also a huge advocate of taking some time for yourself to refresh and recharge. Now, while everyone may not have the ability, the flexibility, or the privilege to take additional time off, especially if it's unpaid, I highly recommend you do so if you are able. So my recommendation is to give those 2 weeks notice plus a couple of days, maybe even a week of time off between jobs. In almost every job that I've had, I've given those 2 weeks of notice and then I immediately start my next job. That doesn't give me much time to decompress, process, and relax and refresh and recharge myself for this next opportunity. Now, while I don't necessarily regret going from those 2 weeks of notice with my previous job to immediately starting a new job, I do wish I had given myself some buffer time to recover from the old job before the new job. That buffer time, that time where you can just relax and recover and rejuvenate from your previous job before you start your new job, will truly give you a fresh footing before you begin this new role. Now, if you are unemployed and you are looking to start a job immediately, then you can certainly say immediately. There really are no rules regarding when you can start your next job. You do want it to be a conversation with this new employer. I usually start off this conversation by saying something like, well, I do expect to give notice to my current employer so that I can help them with the transition process. When is the earliest you would like me to start? That then puts the ball into your new employer's court to give you a date or a time frame. And then you can work with that. They say, well, we don't have to start you for another month. Then you know that you have some flexibility. If they say, we need you to start as soon as possible, then you know that you might take those 2 weeks of notice plus a couple of extra business days to just refresh and recharge before you start this new role. We want this to be a conversation. We don't want to start off this new role on the wrong foot by pushing out our start date significantly. And in most cases, we don't have the ability to push it out too far. We need to have income, so we need to start this new job. And at the same time, we also want to be refreshed. We don't want to be burned out and exhausted from our old job and jumping into a brand new job. There's going to be stress involved with this transition, so give yourself some time to adjust and adapt and refresh before you begin your new role. So what do you think about this? Does this advice resonate with you? Is this something that you would like to do and maybe haven't been able to do in the past or haven't considered doing in the past? Let me know what you think in the comments box below. In my perfect world, I would take 1 week off between my old job and my new job, which would be at least 3 weeks for my start date. 2 weeks notice, 1 week off, and then starting my new role. Sometimes that's not practical, so I want to know what you think. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any additional questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, throw them in the comments box below. I love receiving comments, and I will do my best to respond to each of you individually. And just know that if I'm not able to do that, your experience, your comments, the information you share in the comments below will likely help someone who's going through something similar in the future. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.